Welcome to part 2 of this Finding Sarah Early video series. I used 2 amazing bike strats to sneak through Ripper territory and check out Wizard Island for Sarah's whereabouts. And while we can't be 100% sure of Sarah's true fate, we definitely know that Deke is in a funk and now needs to get back to Lost Lake and make sure Boozer's gonna make it. If you missed part 1 and want to catch the action that got Deke here, check out the link in the description below. With no coin to fuel up, and the bunk at Wizard Island not being available to sleep in and advance the clock, we've got no choice but to go out there in the night and brave all the dangers that it poses. Saddle up as we say goodbye to Wizard Island. Gotta be one of the toughest moments for Deke right now, to be leaving Wizard Island and maybe leaving Sarah behind forever.
Oh. Wow, gallantry is alive and farewell after all.
It's not.
Hey! Aww, poor guys.
Hey, is that the one we're gonna smoke later?
No, but this is one we're gonna drink. I make this killer herbal tea with it.
Having an engine this slow, we're going to have to keep our distance from most of the enemies that we encounter along the way. We're not really equipped to deal with too much trouble, and we have to make sure we can make it to our destination. Probably needed to take an earlier cutoff because riding through water to bike the way it is going to cause damage. Just got to make sure we can avoid as much damage as possible. We can't afford to stop. If we try to repair it on the road, might be attacked at any time. Yeah, so not only do we have to worry about our slow-ass bike making us vulnerable to freaker attacks just riding by, gotta keep track of those 2 gauges, the fuel gauge and a mechanical status gauge, because as we ride through more water, taking more damage. I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it too. Look at all those gas cans. Yeah. With marauders and freakers all over the place, just too risky because Deke is pretty slow in refueling. But don't worry, we've got a better spot coming up. Alright, here's our spot. Right behind that car, a gas can. And the freakers are out in full force at night. And with the weapons we have, maybe we could take a couple of them on, but if they start to swarm, we're in trouble. We gotta gas up, get out of here.
Pump it up.
We also got to keep our distance from those guys, because if we go too close and we're riding too slow, they'll jump us and knock us off the bike. And right now we're too close to want to get into that kind of situation. So we're just going to power through and get to our exit point. Surviving some close calls there, but we made it to the exit point, just next to that cave. If you're wondering, yes, that is a horde cave, but at this point in the game, they haven't spawned in yet, so we're good to go. But other freakers are on our tail. So we just get Deke, use his legs of steel to power our way up the rock face, and give us a chance to get over the mountains one more time to head back to Lost Lake. By the way, you might want to keep note of that location. As long as you don't continue heading up the rock face like I just did, you can actually get off your bike, and from that vantage point, when the horde actually does spawn in, you can take them out from up there. It's a great safe spot and makes the job a whole lot easier. Let's take a quick look at our route from Wizard Island, as we had to come across down the mountains by Diamond Lake, check out Wizard Island, not find Sarah, scoot across the terrain, pretty much to the far eastern part of the map. It's as far as we can go. Also, we're in good shape with the bike. Our mechanical status is pretty good. We'll pretty much have enough fuel to get back at this point. No need to worry. We're not going to find any gas cans on the mountain anyway, so this will have to do. And take note of the route here, a little left of that tree, because there are still some invisible walls that will prevent Deke from actually returning to Lost Lake. This kind of route through the trees and the forest, across over the top of the mountain, and over the ridge is our way back. One big thing to note, as we are now heading on the downward side of the ridge, is to be very careful and take a look at the snow that you're riding on. Looking over to the right hand side, trees are there, but the snow texture is definitely different than what we're riding on. And if you attempt with a slow ass bike to go over that snow, you're in for a surprise. Yeah, I really don't want to spoil it for you. You should give it a try. It's fun. Seeing as we're on the last leg of the road back to Lost Lake, I took a little bit of artistic license here. I pretty much just hung out and wanted to wait until daybreak. Yeah, if you were listening, that was a rooster. Of course, don't ask me where the hell that rooster came from. Anyway, just to conserve fuel, I accelerated enough to get us coasting since we are going downhill. And that snow barrier is taking up a large portion of the ridge, but there is a way to cross over. We just got to get to that clump of trees and then we'll be alright. There's a nice neat little corridor where we can ride over the ridge one more time to get to Lost Lake. Deke might still be in a funk for not being able to find Sarah and bring her home, but we're in an optimistic place now because we are only just steps away from being able to get Deke back to Boozer. And who knows, maybe start a different kind of life. So we just gotta stick a little left of these trees. There are still invisible shelves or cliffs that'll cause a big drop, but right here are a few more manageable ledges that will allow us to get close to the Santiam Tunnel Nero checkpoint without taking too much damage. Took some, but we're in a good spot. With the infestation zone nearby, it won't take long for the freakers to notice that I'm hanging above them. And I just want to get them out of my way so I can ride down, avoid them, and take the exit. This pretty much is the last obstacle that we got to worry about. We got a few of them chasing us, but they're not a threat now. It'll be clear sailing. Way fewer enemies to deal with at the dawn's early light. Time to let Deke take us the rest of the way home, to new friends, and whatever new life awaits him and Boozer.
Open up.
Hey, how'd it go?
Oh, what go?
Seriously, what happened to Sarah? Where's your old lady, Deke?
She's dead, Boozer. Sarah's dead.
Yeah, and she's been dead a long time, so don't you think that you mourned her long enough?
Hang on, Sarah.